の誕生。運命の食器はついに役目を果た
The
した。
Luma fate finally finishes its work.
アビス教団の名は知ってたが、
First time I'd
こ
known
れ
for
ほ
them
ど
to
大
take
規
organized
模で
action on
広
such a
範
large
囲な
scale.
動きを見せるのは初めてだ。まるでナタ相手に戦争を仕掛けよう
They're
としている
preparing
よう
for
な。
war against our entire
スリ
nation.
ープポット？まさかお前がテイラットに来た時に乗ってた宇宙船のことか？
この数ヶ月の間で
Sorry, what? What spaceship, bro? Am I trolling? There's no English because of the lack of VAs. Who should be voicing it? Lamau. What the fuck? They didn't come here through a spaceship. They were flying.
42の星が消えた。何者かがずうずうしくもこの世界から吸い取っているのだ。
災いはいつか必ず訪れる。みんなもそう言ってるわ。
彼女の存在を無視し続けたらいつか本当に彼女の声が聞こえなくなってしまうからね。
すぐそこにいるじゃない。
お前の魂は欠けていて、傷口にはアビスに侵食された跡が見られる。アビスの力の使い方を学ぶつもりもないのなら、私が代わりに調べるしかない。
Holy. Okay, she's very flowy, chat. Yo, she looks like she deadass plays like an HI3 character. Deadass? She flows like an HI3 character. No, I wouldn't even say a Zenless Zone Zero character. She flows like an HI3 character.
この手に烈空星々よ静かに眠れ。
はじめまして。私はダリア。
Bro,
セピロス教会。
bro, we got a fucking interterrestrial fucking space waifu, and then we got a fucking church twink. The dichotomy is crazy.
パトスの伝道師です。
we have a fucking ice space
面
goddess,
白くなってきた。
and then a church loving femboy. But I think he's cute. Fair enough. You know that's honestly independent of my argument, but sure.
まだまだ続く。
まだまだ。
お前は私の師匠。
Does kids useless? Yikes.
スルトロッチを知っているのだろう。
The foul.
戦線は総崩れだ。
真っ向の剣ダインスレイブ。
Okay.
これが
Dainy boy. Another Dainy
お兄
quest.
ちゃんはいつも運命を変えようとして。
Chat, literally, it's hilarious. We see him walk into the frame once, and that's it. Doesn't that speak to literally every other Dane quest, bro? Like, bro, how can I get excited for Dane at this point when they just show him like for 2 seconds in the whole goddamn trailer?
今回は何と
Yeah,
しても
guys, don't worry. I'm here to aura farm and stand here for 2 seconds, and then I'm gone.
止めてみせる。
I'm just so I cannot be excited for Dane's Leaf anymore.
今もなお運命の食器は動いているのか。
なぜ
Whoa,
お前が
whoa.
同性のクジラの剣能を持っている。
How did you get the power of the divine narwhal?
敬意などとうの昔に消え去った。貴様の傲慢さと邪悪さに気づいた時にな。
500年前にお兄ちゃんと再会する機会を
I kind of missed the chance to reunite with you.
逃がすわけにはいかないから。
いずれ本物の宇宙に帰るだろう。
旅の終点で二人の新たな
Whoa.
始まりが待ってる。
Dude, the way that her hand, Lumine's hand, just like glides through like that's so freaking sick. I like that. Yo, it's simple. Yeah, it looks pretty baller. All right, skip.
Trained under the foul Sertology.
So,
Certology isn't just some ordinary mentor.
Oh, definitely not. Dainsleif revealed that Certology is one of the 5 sinners of Conria,
Aye.
and someone who possesses all-encompassing power.
Aye.
Imagine training under someone like that.
Aye.
A walk in the park, let me tell you.
Well, maybe that explains how aloof and indifferent Skirk seems to be. Seriously, though, her demeanor is stone
Special
cold
program? Yeah,
in
just a
way
quick
that's
stop at the special program. We won't do anything too crazy. Can I get to the fucking gameplay, please?
True, and just like the truth,
I hear you.
powers come from the abyss, but in the interest of blending in, she camouflages
The
it to appear
7-phase
cryo-like
flash.
in nature. And in addition, Skirk's attacks do not rely on elemental energy. She uses a special kind of energy known as serpent subtlety instead.
Bro,
And
what
when
in
you
the
tap
alliteration?
her elemental skill, Skirk gains a certain amount of energy and enters a special combat state, signaled by
wow,
her
stamina.
change in outfit, which is very cute, might I add. While in this state,
Okay.
Skirk's normal, charged, and plunging attacks deal cryo damage that can't be overridden.
Swag.
This state also increases her resistance to interruption and attack AoE.
Okay.
And when cryo-related reactions
Less
are
round
triggered,
compared to the Fontaine quest?
multiple
Yeah,
void
I think
rifts
it's
will
good.
appear on the field.
It looks much more like framed.
Skirk can use
for
her
sure.
charged attack or her special elemental burst to absorb the void rifts. And after unleashing a special elemental burst, her normal attack's damage will be increased based on the number of rifts absorbed.
Aw, heck yeah.
How does she generate
so it's
rifts?
kind of like the more she fights, the stronger she gets.
Yeah, pretty much. Plus, holding her elemental skill is another option. When there are void rifts on the field, holding her elemental skill will allow Skirk to absorb them and gives her the ability to quickly maneuver around the battlefield. Once she has enough energy, she can unleash her elemental burst to deal consecutive slashes of AoE damage.
I see. So she's a unit you can keep on the field for a long time, or take out when you need a sudden burst of damage.
Pairing her with Hydro and Cryo characters also further enhances her abilities. And if your team is comprised entirely of Hydro and Cryo characters, your party member's elemental skill level will be increased by 1.
Whoa, so she enhances her party members' skills too. Once a mentor, always a mentor, I guess.
Oh yeah.
It sounds like
sounds good.
Tartaglia had a great teacher.
Yeah.
Oh, he sure did.
And I love the look of her camouflaged abyssal power.
Yeah, with her abilities to like, just like kind of like channel, essentially she basically never runs out of skills. Quote unquote. So that's pretty cool. And in particular, in like the sense of like when you need her on field, she'll never run out of skills. So you just like pop her E, pop her ult, refresh, pop her E. Who's her teammates? Escoffier, Farina, Silali. You can swap in Shunha if you want. You can swap in Kokomi if you want, but yeah. C4 Mona? Damn. Yeah, let me whip out my C4 Mona real quick.
Right.
The special effects are incredible.
Right? And when she enters her special combat
Yelan?
state,
Oh,
her
Yelan.
outfit
Yeah, you're so right,
changes
Danny.
too.
Yeah, Yelan too.
Slay.
Also another
It looks
option.
a lot more suited for battle, don't you think?
Oh yeah. So it seems like travelers can approach
Why run a shielder
combat in
and
two
healer
ways
together? Because the healer will feed into Farina shield or Farina buff. And then you run Silali not for the shield, but for the for all her bonuses. Silali isn't an actual option. Really? You don't run Silali? You're a Mona? Oh, okay. Okay, I guess. Sure.
You can use her special combat state to dish out damage with cryo-infused attacks and heighten this
Doesn't affect
damage.
cryo? Oh, you're right. It's hydro and fire, right? It's hydro and fire, I think, right?
By absorbing void rifts with her special elemental burst, or after other Hydro and Cryo party members have generated void rifts, you can take to the field to quickly absorb them and build up energy to unleash powerful slashes with her normal elemental burst.
Yeah, both seem really, really useful. And since Cryo and Hydro characters enhance Skirk's skills, there are tons of team comp possibilities here.
Oh,
Yeah,
definitely.
a ton.
Hey, speaking of, what about Dahlia? He's a Hydro character.
Nope. Move along.
Oh, wait up. I see Dainsliff.
I don't care. I don't care. Mini games. I don't care.
What does that mean exactly?
It means 3 phases.
Okay,
each
what is
featuring
this?
unique mechanics with feature should
Roll
be
back.
a fun one. All right, now I'm very
Permanent
excited
challenge
to announce
event.
a new permanent event called Stygian Onslaught.
Ooh.
In this event, travelers will be able to farm artifacts more freely and efficiently, as well as obtain artifact customization items for free.
Customization items?
A new permanent event. Okay, we need details now.
Huh.
All right. Each update will feature a challenge that is split into 3 phases,
Okay.
each featuring unique mechanics with 5 difficulty levels to choose from.
Ooh.
Participation in the event will reward travelers with primo gems, artifacts, and valuable items for targeted artifact enhancement.
Okay, so you said we'll
Interesting.
be able to farm artifacts more freely? What does that mean exactly?
It means the artifact drops aren't set in stone, and you can switch where they come from. For the first 10
That's kind of baller. I like that. I like that. How many runs can you do, chat? Here's a Viv. That's actually kind of nice. You got to choose which artifacts you farm for. So like let's say you want the new Skirk one, and then you want I don't know what you want. Maybe Emblem of Severed Fate, right? You got to choose those 2 sets. That's kind of sick, actually.
10 days after the event begins, the leyline disturbance will be in outbreak state. During this period, travelers who clear any stage at level 3 difficulty or higher can expend any kind of resin to obtain artifacts from the leyline blossom at the end of the stage.
Okay.
And before the stage begins, travelers will get to choose which domain of blessing they want the artifact drops to come from.
Right. So
Okay.
travelers can also
Okay,
tackle
for
the
sure.
stages in co-op, right? So you can still farm with friends.
Yes, and you'll be rewarded with additional artifacts every time you consume a certain amount of resin.
Okay, the amount of hours I'm about to pour into this thing. Lock me in and throw away the key, honestly.
Oh my god, you make it sound like you're in prison. Anyway,
It
you
is
also mentioned
prison.
something about
It is prison. It's a fucking prison. Artifact. Have you not seen Ziox? Holy shit, Ziox has been in fucking Vermilion prison for 2 years. Only to come out with a set that mogs. Oh my god. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. And that's why you never take artifact farming too seriously, chat, because there's always going to be a new set that beats it out, or beats out your old set, man. Holy. Artifact farming is a full-time job and prison. Yeah. Jesus.
targeted artifact enhancement, Katiana. What's that about?
Yeah, right. So version 5.7 is introducing a new artifact-related item, Dust of Enlightenment.
Okay.
Ooh. What is it?
Well, we all know what it's like to raise an artifact that has potential, only for it to turn out kind of less than ideal.
Yeah.
So this item is designed to help with that. So, Artifact 101, right? We all know every 4 levels, a random substat gets enhanced as you raise an artifact to level 20.
Sure.
But it doesn't always turn out the way you want.
Sure.
So this item allows you to re-roll the substat enhancements of a level 20 artifact.
Yo, wait, really?
Yeah.
Whoa,
Before
we're
each
getting reroll
you get to specify the types
substats.
of substats you want to prioritize. After the result is revealed, you can choose to either keep the original substat configuration or accept the new one.
It's the HR
Oh
star
my
reroll
God,
thing,
it's like
yeah.
being able to resurrect an artifact from the grave. Like,
Yeah, guys, let me just Yeah, guys, let me just reroll and then reroll into 2 defense flat and 1 energy recharge. joke! What a fucking joke! What a joke! There's no fucking way, bro. There's no fucking way, bro. Come on, Genshin. Come on. This is how you promote it. You can't even shy away from it, bro. You can't even shy away from how shit this still is, bro. Oh my god. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. Hey, they're being honest. Yeah, honestly, you're right. You're right. When we use this option, we're getting nothing from it. You're right. Jesus Christ. That's honestly laudable, bro. I am in awe of how garbage that was. They really couldn't re-record it to make it look better. They could not be bothered. They could legit not be bothered. Reroll your shit artifacts to get worse ones. There's no way, bro. There's no fucking way. Now there's no way, bro. There's no way. It's not even a scam because they're showing you straight up that this is shit. That's crazy, dog. That's so crazy. This better not be the only thing people are excited about, right, chat? Tell me this is not the only thing people are excited for. Because I only have like 10 more minutes in this special program, and I've not been excited once. I thought I was excited, but then I saw the roll and I was like, there's no fucking way. There's no fucking way, bro. Oh my god. Oh my god. The actual atrocity. That's so wild, chat. That is so wild to me.
We really needed this.
Yeah, really powerful, right?
So 2 of the rolls hit to the chosen stat.
Starting in 5.7, travelers who participate...
I'm back. What I missed? Comedy. You missed peak comedy.
In the new permanent event, Stygian Onslaught will be able to obtain a total of 3 Dusts of Enlightenment per version for free. And the Gnostic Hymn and Gnostic Chorus rewards will feature 1 each.
Oh.
Plus, during version 5.7, travelers will be able to claim 2 Dusts of Enlightenment directly from their in-game mail.
Wow. Not 1, but 2. So excited.
Box after logging into GenshinImpact.
Oh no.
Once you reach level 6, it's dire straits.
I don't
You'll have a
care.
smooth gaming experience.
Okay.
And when you need to start an Archon quest, story quest, or hangout event that isn't enabled, the system will download the required resources as needed.
Okay, this is great for mobile.
Yup.
Really good for mobile
So
chat.
travelers who haven't updated the mobile version in a long time might be able to free up quite a bit of storage space with this optimization.
Oh, you know that's really good, actually.
And it sounds like a great option for cross-platform players who maybe rely on mobile more for the small stuff.
Yeah, of
The
course,
copy from
if you
ZZZ,
don't
yeah.
have storage concerns, nothing has to change. You can just choose to keep all game resources instead. And this setting can be changed at any time in the Paimon menu, where you can choose for completed quest resources to be automatically cleared in future version updates.
For sure, man, for sure.
Or for all game resources to be updated as normal.
It only took 5 years. To be fair, though, like, understandably, there's so many things that, like, Genshin needs to work on. Yet they haven't addressed a lot of stuff. like, it just goes to show you that, like, you can't please everybody, understandably. And I'm not trying to defend Genshin in that matter, because, like, I wish they focus on things faster than others. But it is coming to a point where, like, Genshin now, it's crazy to say, after 5 years, Genshin is now getting old. Genshin used to be, remember the days of COVID chat? Those are old days now. We're moving away from COVID. We're moving away from the COVID era. And Genshin is trying to, like, stick in the conversation. Which, I mean, a lot of people still play Genshin. Don't get it twisted, chat. A lot of people still play Genshin. But it's just a matter of also, at some point, that's why no one talks about Fortnite anymore. Right? Still people play Fortnite, but nobody talks about it in the media. Right? It's tough, man. Like, it really needs to reinvent itself in 6.0 if they want to get people excited about the game again and get new players. Because if you're not getting new players, to be honest, these changes, from what I've seen so far, are not bringing back old players. So...
Oh, okay.
This should also make it easier for people to try out Genshin Impact for the first time.
Yep. For further
Okay.
details, be sure to check out the developers discussion as well as future announcements across Genshin Impact's official accounts.
Okay.
And you will now be able to directly use Fragile Resin to claim rewards from Leyline Blossoms and common challenge domains, like artifact and talent material domains. This also applies to the artifact drops in the new permanent event we introduced earlier.
Okay.
Fragile resin is worth 60 original resin. So that means
It holds on
you
from
get
introducing
triple
more
the
cutscenes
drops.
from stories.
Should save a few trips to the crafting bench, that's for sure.
Also, the Adventurer Handbook will now have guide entries for 40 resin bosses,
Okay.
which should be helpful if you run into a boss you're not quite sure how to crack.
And the icons
Is there
will be
literally
displayed
anything
in the
else?
order
Holy
the
sh...
The
Bro.
long one, you guys, but
Oh, there is more. Oh, okay.
it's not.
Mawika.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Nod cry. An ever-changing landscape of ruin. A marvel corroded by time. In the forest, where the nights were once undisturbed save for a few rays of moonlight, the wild hunt's shadow grows. There are those who bear the name of Frostmoon,
Okay.
living where the silver light shines. Others carry the torch, fending off the darkness and
Ooh,
cold with their blades.
Lightkeepers.
I hear that the Stolen Fae still yearn for the frosts of old,
Ah, we yearn for the mines, chat.
while the Fatui look to the stars above, trying in vain to seize the false firmament. Then there are the nights, draped in the west wind, nearing the end of a long and arduous mission.
It's Aventurine! Holy shit! Holy shit, we got Aventurine! Holy shit! No fucking way. No fucking way. We got Aventurine. Holy shit. Wait, that's kind of gas. Oh, wait. Low key, that's kind of gas. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay. I'm activated. Okay. Not gonna lie. That's kind of hype. Okay. What are we gonna do here? It's got me interested. I'm actually activated, bro. Ooh. I'm curious now. Okay. This got me interested. The whole first whatever shit we were watching, I didn't care for it. This is interesting to me. Also, if you guys saw from like 10 seconds ago.
While the Fatui look to the stars above,
No.
trying in vain to seize the false firmament.
He's back. And the boy's back. Will this be his final saga? We'll see, man. He's ore farming. This is the real Dottore, by the way, who arguably is like the strongest, smartest version of him. So, yeah. This is the final copy, by the way, of the Doctor. For those who don't know the story, Dottore pretty much make copies of himself at different points of his life. Yeah. It's crazy. So this is peak Dottore. He has lived for a very long time, chat. Yeah. Crazy. Crazy guy, though. But very cool as an antagonist.
Then there are the nights, draped in the west wind, nearing the end of a long and arduous...
That's freaking sick. I'm very curious. I'm so curious. And that gets me thinking, like, if Varka is aventurine, does that mean the Knights of Favonius were based off of... Or sorry, does that mean the fucking IPC was based off of the Knights? Question mark. You know, you have Jade is Lisa. I don't think Topaz is Jean, but I mean, it's a loose translation. And then you could have like Kaya as Diamond or something. I don't know. Like whatever however you want to spin that. But like that'd be freaking sick, dude. Yeah. Yeah. Lisa the librarian? Yeah. Lisa is legit Jade. Like, just, yeah, it's the same. Meeting our sister, we're reliving the cataclysm. We're not meeting our sister right now. Chat, I will give you guys 10 doubloons if we genuinely meet our sister for real this time. I'll give you 10 doubloons.
My friends, of course, shan't be outdone. They will no doubt bring a magical charm to this edge of the world.
You really couldn't make her at least Herta? The Herta? You know, like the Herta sized? You know what I mean, chat? She looks like she's like 14. What's up with that? At least make her like the Herta. You know? That was a welcome change. Bro, judging a book from its cover? Legit. The book and the cover. Maybe she never aged? That'd be such a cool concept though. But kind of weird, but a cool concept. They don't need another mommy in Genshin? I love her design. Maybe it's because I just don't like the frills. It's giving off like Disney adult. It's giving off Disney adult. And and it's a little monka. If you guys don't know what a Disney adult is, honestly, it's best that you don't know. But if you know what a Disney adult is, you know exactly what I'm talking about, and it's this.
And just as the stone craves the sculptor's
Talking about the elf
hand,
species?
so does fate await your gift.
Yeah, we've been knowing that, Clean, and why the fuck am I blanking? Alice, Jesus Christ. We've been knowing that they were elves or elven folk.
Days. Pour me another cup of tea, if you'd be so kind.
What the fuck is that? That genuinely looks like a spaceship. Is that genuinely the spaceship that we crash landed? A New Sealy? I mean, there's always a New Sealy. It doesn't really surprise me. Like that Sealy and Oceanid? Yeah. It's the Death Egg. Yeah, it's not the Death Star, it's the Death Egg. Monka. Looks like a floating sperm imp. Trey, all of them are floating sperms, okay? Except for the Natlan one. The Natlan one is just like a glob. Robotnik's back? Yup. That's what it is. That's what it do be, chat.
The story is about to begin.
Wow, beginning of the story, chat. That's crazy. I'm very glad though that they are taking the effort to like reinvent the story. Because they're like, oh, okay, like we need this to be the kicking off point of our actual end game, right? We're talking end game. Like this is the story to pay attention to, chat. Like all that happened before was like the prelogue to this story. I'll be straight up honest with you. If you really want to think about it, chat, the last 5 years has been a prelude to this story. Loki. Or is how they're trying to frame it, it seems like. Yeah. Which I think they needed to do this. They needed to restructure how they presented the story. And this is going to be good for the overarching Genshin narrative going into the next year, 2 years, 3 years. Because if Genshin wants to stay relevant, one of its biggest draws, aside from exploration, is its lore, is the story. People know about Genshin. People know about the traveler, traveling around areas, blah, 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 blah. Meeting Archons, right? Finding Fatui. But this is where it gets to it all in and ahead for Endgame. Nah, let it just be Endgame. I agree. But if they just started Endgame now, a lot of the subplot and subtext that they've set up kind of gets left to the wayside. So they don't want to do that. So they want to include the old stuff, bring in new stuff, make a whole cohesive story, and set us up for the end game fight or the end game battle, whatever that it may be. So you can consider this Infinity War, quote unquote, to the end game. The start of Infinity War. I'm not saying that this is the whole of Infinity War. I'm just saying this is the start of Infinity War. Then we get to Snezhnaya truly, and then we get to Conria. So like we have a good 3-year window for this mainline story, supposedly.